Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it. You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away. Welcome! Come on in, come on in. Oh, not so fast.
Lumos.
You need to tread carefully in here. Venomous tentacula.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Careful of the mandrakes. I haven't fed them yet. Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it.
Revelio.
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Wonder who lives here. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Welcome to Upper Hogsfield. Charming hamlet. Don't tell the residents of Lower Hogsfield I said that.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer.
Lumos.
I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Revelio. This looks intriguing. Revelio.
Come now, don't be stingy.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Don't be stingy.
Revelio. 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 Accio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Seems a pleasant enough little place. Revelio.
I have a terrible curse where I can't lift tools or do work of any kind.
Excuse me, Mrs. Sprottle. Any news on Bardolph Beaumont's disappearance?
Afraid not. I've spoken with Claire, still worried sick about her brother. He was last seen heading towards the forest with one of Victor Rookwood's lot.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I sent my letter of inquiry last Monday.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic in even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up a Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Baldolf and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Necromancy is the one branch of the dark arts I don't dare venture into.
Revelio! It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard. Revelio.
Such arrogance. I was only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
One of Ranrock's camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Wizards are running scared, as they should be. I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy. Who's there? Who's there? Wizards are running scared, as they should be. Ah! Wizards are running scared, as they should be.
Depulso. Assignment's all finished.
You'll pay for that hideous distraction!
Protego!
Drag this out longer than necessary!
Depulso!
No! I will make you pay.
Confringo!
Such arrogance. Over here! One less human. Someone's taken out last me!
Depulso!
No! You will regret.
Expelliarmus!
Not quiet enough. How nice of you to stop by.
Defendo! Accio!
This at all! I won't rest.
Confringo! Depulso! Expelliarmus!
Your little magic won't hurt me!
Depulso! Protego! Confringo! One camp down, one more to go. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. Revelio.
You will regret coming here.
This place has seen better days. Revelio.
Mind a plum job at Gringo. Suit me, sitting around all day. I've never seen a sword like it. Hello? What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Petrificus totalis.
Is somebody there? Hello? What? Who is it?
How long for a bacon and mushroom stew?
Petrificus totalis.
Who's there?
Someone there? Wait a moment. Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of afraid to fight.
Petrificus
What was
totalis.
I feel as though I'm not alone.
He's playing tricks. Quiet as a grapple, you are. Over here!
Well, this is sad. Really, it is.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego.
An utterly pitiful display.
Levioso. Accio.
It was pitiful.
Incendio.
One less shoe to worry about. Such arrogance.
Accio.
Can't handle a little
Levioso.
altercation.
Accio. Levioso. Protego. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
I'll bury you in the deepest spot.
Incendio.
I won't
Accio.
dead.
Protego. Stupid one.
You're a coward.
Confringo.
No!
Stupid one. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I won't. Why can't I?
Expelliarmus. Both camps cleared. I'm abundantly glad to hear that. Revelio.
Let's get this over with. Can't handle a little altercation.
Petrificus totalis. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. That wasn't too hard. Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate the importance of keeping some Wiggenweld potion on hand. I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
What do you have for sale?
Thank you for your patronage. I shall hope to do business with you again. Thank you for your patronage. It's been a pleasure.
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Thank you. Sincerely.
Wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Professor Garlic, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I had no idea. How awful.
Last I heard, he'd gone to Romania. As rumour would have it, he developed a sudden interest in dragons. One can only hope he found more happiness working with them than he did with Flora. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Wingardium Leviosa.
up on patrol duty.
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms, if you ask me. Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone. It'd be useful if I wasn't on this stupid patrol. You can feed a beast, or it can feed you, if you get my meaning.
It seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Petrificus totalis.
One embedded. I heard something. Tricky little cake flapper. You can't roll your way out of this. Luck. Nothing more than luck. Avoiding our problems, are we? You'll have to fight eventually. Clever. Running home. Nothing more than luck. Oops. Admirable trick. I hope.
Reducto! I'll bet that one hurt.
Confringo.
Reducto!
Let's see you survive that heat. Confringo. Confringo. Burn, my young friend. That ought to warm you up. Let's see you survive that heat. Burn, my young friend. That ought to warm you up. Confringo. Let's see you survive that heat. Burn, my young friend. Defender. Confringo. That ought to warm you up. Let's see you survive that heat. That's mine! Ah! That all you got? Burn, my young friend. That ought to warm you up. Let's see you survive that heat.
Confringo!
Confringo! Confringo! Burn, my young friend. Confringo! That ought to warm you up. Let's see you survive that heat.
Confringo!
Confringo! Confringo!
Depulso!
Burn, my young friend. Confringo!
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
To learn the knockback jinx flipendo. Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Revelio! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Protego! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Defender!
Is that Inferius wearing a wooden jumper? That must be Bob.
Incendio! Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Jumper. I'm not sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him. An entry from Bardolph's journal. He overheard whispers, a plan, something to do with him.
Revelio.
Seems like a quiet night.
This mentions Inferi, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
Revelio. Depulso.
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Depulso.
Merlin himself would be proud.
That's been a pleasure.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Took you for a troll the other day. What was that?
Depulso. Protego.
Don't get accustomed to that.
Depulso.
You arrogant child! Stop it!
Protego!
I'll get you. Ha! White Trevor! No!
Depulso! Leave.
You're like a
Depulso! Incendio.
No! I will make
Confringo.
Oh.
Protego. Accio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
I'm afraid he's joined the Ashwinders and has no interest in returning.
What? No, this can't be. He was seeking their advice, that's all.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Badolf. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Badolf, my dear, dear brother.